We must let go of all the fears because we have to be able to trust in ourselves because we're the ones steering the ship, this ship. We're the ones in charge of our lives. And so we cannot fear. And so whatever makes us fear, we have to overcome. We have to challenge it. We have to find out why. We have to go through it, own it, make it become who we are because it's part of us. Our fears are us, you know. And so we have to, by overcoming them, we bring them and accept them as ourselves. And then it becomes our power. Then that fear becomes our power, and it's something that you're not afraid of. That's why they say, fear, the only thing you can be afraid of is fear itself, or whatever that quote. Fear itself, not the thing that that causes the fears. Just fear, because it's not a thing. It should not be a thing because it stops you. It hinders you from doing things that you want to do. And even for the things that are for your highest good, fears stop you from those things. They keep you stuck, and so that's not for your highest good. So that has to be overcome, and they can be overcome. Just look at all the other fears that you've overcome in your life. If you can overcome those, that means you can overcome every fear that you have. And so, like I said, it's beautiful that we are able to have that and to be able to overcome it and to get stronger and come up on top and be the directors of our lives, the artists, the architects of our lives. And so, yeah, we have to overcome fear. It does no good for us. It keeps us from our own power, from experiencing our life in the ways that we want to. It is not for our highest good. It only stops us. It only hinders us. It only limits us. It only makes us not do what we want to do. And so courage is always necessary. I still have fears, and anxieties and worries and doubts, but I have my courage is a lot stronger than any of those fears. So, I will take it head on once I see it, because it's hard. The subconscious and ego can make it very tricky and clever for us to see our fears and to know them and to understand them. But once you find them, once you can get to them, just be courageous. Say, you know what? No, I face this head on, because no matter what, when you face fear head on, you will overcome it. That's what I mean. It's like, instead of, you can also condition yourself into releasing fear. And that helps too. And that might be necessary if it's been conditioned into you in the first place. And so, but the only way really to overcome fear is to face it, is to be like, wait a minute, no, what is this? Why is it like this? How do I get it so it isn't like this? But it's having to see that fear, admit that fear, acknowledge that fear, and then go, all right now. Like, how do we get over this? You ain't doing me no good the way that you is. So we got to figure this out, and believe in yourself that you can do that, because you can. Like I said, look at all the other fears that you've already overcome. There's tons of them since you were a baby, since we were young. We've had fears, and that we've overcome, that were really irrational, and they might be irrational now. That's the thing about most fears are irrational. That's what I mean. It's just that we try and rationalize them so we don't have to deal with them, type deal. But like I said, but that just ends up keeping us stuck and keeping us unhappy in ways that we don't see for a long time too, in ways that you don't even realize that you're unhappy for so long because of a fear like that. And if you would have just took it head on, but it's hard to find. They are tricky to find. It is, we are powerful and intricate and complex and non-linear in so many ways that it's challenging to find these things about ourselves. But that's the curiosity of it anyway. You know what I mean? It's like, we are that intricate. That is cool that we can actually create a fear of that depth even. You know what I mean? It's that we can't even find it because it's that intricate, because we are that intricate. And so, but it's worth finding, you know what I mean? It's worth finding and overcoming, no matter what. I don't give a shit who, what, says where. Anyone that is for fears or for hindrances or for anxieties or for doubts or for worries is bullshit. They're just not wanting to take a look at them, and they'd rather be comfortable and familiar, but they don't realize that comfort and familiarity is what keeps them stuck or in a place where they do not like, where they do not desire for a long time. Sometimes for the rest of their lives, if they're not willing to look at it, and they don't even know. And that's the thing about it, like I'm not judgmental. I'm actually looking at it from like a logical, objective point of view. Like, if you take a time span, where you let a fear control you, where you didn't do things because you let fear control you instead, and then you never overcame it. So you never did any of those things that you wanted to do because that fear won in the end, And that fear is yours. So you're fighting yourself. You know what I mean? You're the only one that can overcome that fear that you have. And but once you do, like I said, that time frame, you know what I mean? Then you can go on, you can go past that fear. You can go to the unknown, the uncharted territory of happiness, of exploration, of curiosity, of wonder, of awe, you know, and find the things that create joy for you, that create happiness for you. Yeah. So there you go. That's my take on that.